Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another video, and today's going to be a little bit different from usual because this is going to be a bit of a channel update, a build and a review of this right here. And before I get into any more, of course, this is the high grade petit'gguy, Ayame. As you can see up there, that's from Gundam Build Divers. And of course, as usual, if you want one of your own, you can get yours right here at Hobby Link Japan, link in the description. So first off, I'll mention that I was going to review this today. I did mention it in one of the other videos, of course, that's the Hyakushiki Crash. That's a premium Bandai kit. But for multiple reasons, I'm not going to do that. It would have taken too long. So instead of that, I was going to review this, which without a single doubt is the most fun Gunpla I have built in a long time. It is absolutely and utterly incredible. But while I was reviewing it, I decided to do something a little bit interesting for the intro. So that means it's going to take a little bit longer, so I need something to go up today. I have an absolutely massive, and I mean massive backlog. It's not even funny. Actually, I'll name every single thing that is in the backlog real quick, just so you know how ridiculous it is. So on the list right now is the Shining Break, Gym Sniper Custom, Polypod Ball, a Hexagear Governor, the Harrow I mentioned, Mobile Doll Sarah, High-Grade Jarja, High-Grade Arbalist, High-Grade Gypsy Avenger Final Battle Spec, the Leo Flight and Space Types, the HWS and SV Kit, Master Grade Gym 2 Semi-Striker, Hyakushiki Crash, Robot Damashi Black Tri-Stars Ver Anime, Cubely Damned, and the Master Grade Jester Cannon, so that is a lot. So all those videos have been delayed for one reason or the other, so I will get into why that is throughout this as a kind of a channel update as I build this right here. Because in all honesty, how are you meant to review something like this? It doesn't really do anything. But anyway, let's build it up real quick. Whoops. And I'll talk about some things that will be coming up on the channel, some of the changes, why I haven't gotten anything really done lately, etc, etc. But anyway, let's get started with this. So opening these up fairly quickly, and before someone asks about that weird bruise on my hand, I have absolutely no idea. It wasn't there, a bottle of whiskey happened, and then it was there, so I have no idea. And because the saturation on these videos is turned up a little bit, just to highlight the color on the kits, that just stands out so much. Maybe it's not as bad in the actual video as it is here on the camera, but that just looks weird. But anyway, getting these out, and of course, in here we've got a whole bunch of eyeballs. So anyway, the main reason for all the delays with the videos and whatnot that I need to get done, from here on out I do want to make daily videos, or as close to daily videos as possible, because I did mention it before in the Best Gundam video that I did, that for better or worse, and pretty crazy I guess, that now reviewing these kits has become my job. So there is quite a few official things I needed to kind of iron out first, as well as a few things I need to replace and deal with and stuff like that. And on top of all of that, I got completely and utterly distracted by Resident Evil 2 and Kingdom Hearts. So as far as I know, there is no games I'm interested in the near future, so I can get completely back into work. But anyway, like I mentioned, this is now what I'm going to be doing for a living, which is hilarious. And speaking of which, that does mean I'm going to have to be doing a lot of those kind of YouTuber type things that people do, you know, just to kind of make sure that the money coming in is worthwhile and all that, including, and some people do tend to prefer this, that videos are over 10 minutes long. Honestly, I like things to be exactly to the point. No more, no less, but a lot of you guys seem to prefer videos you can sit down and watch for longer. I guess get more information out of it, see a little bit more, so I will be doing that. As well as that, there will be upcoming things as well, like Patreon, and I am going to be making some official Mecha Gaikotsu t-shirts. So if I do actually get that done by the time this video goes up, I will put an image over here as well as the links down there to get some if you want to, of course. If you want to help support the channel, that is one way of doing it, but if you just watch the videos all the time, that is more than enough. Stuff like hitting that like button, just watching videos, whitelisting the channel if you use an ad blocker, all that sort of stuff is highly appreciated, but still, don't feel obliged to do anything whatsoever that you do not want to. Also, in case you're wondering, a lot of the time, especially with simple kits like this, I just cut out all the bits first and then put them together. Not necessarily following the instructions per se. I look at them more as a guideline with something like this, rather than, you know, something to follow exactly, especially because I've built, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 of these things already. Of course, more difficult kits and stuff like that, I'll follow them literally to a T. And on top of that, I don't know how you guys build your kits, but I always build the kits from the feet up. I kind of like to have something there that stands there when you build it. I notice a lot of the manuals, besides real grades, which do start from the feet up, they tend to start with the chest, then the head, and honestly, I don't like that so much. I prefer, personally, to have something that can stand there while you're building it. But anyway, about the whole this being my job and all that stuff being a business, and etc., etc. I have been spending a lot of time ironing all that sort of stuff out. And the first thing is, I really need to fix up where I keep everything. The office, etc., where my display is, all of that, because everything's just being kept in boxes now and it's kind of starting to build up, which does suck. So once I do get everything set up, I may consider doing a kind of room tour or collection tour kind of video like I did back in, I don't know when, was it 2016 or something? So many years ago in that apartment in Japan. I don't even remember which apartment that was in. But if I do one of those videos, what would you like to see? How would you like me to go through it? Because it's a hard kind of thing to do. But hopefully very soon I will have everything set up, a proper display. I do kind of want to make some dioramas and stuff like that to use as part of the filming process to make it a little bit more interesting than just here. So I will be looking into, building some kind of diorama, looking for interesting things to put in it, or maybe getting one custom built or something. But I do want to get a few just to kind of, set the scene. Kind of give the Gundam kits a bit of an idea of what size they are, because, well, not the kits themselves, what size they are. You can get that kind of gist already. I mean, more the size the Gundam would actually be. Something like that. I think that's really effective and really cool. On top of that, I do have a whole ton of giveaways to do. I actually had to wait to get all the business-related things sorted out first before I could actually start, sending stuff out and all that. A lot of those you would have already entered. A lot of the things I've asked you guys on the community tab, what P-Bandai kits you would like to see on the channel, or what P-Bandai kits you would like to have if you could get your hands on them. The last one you answered, most people, or the majority of people mentioned the high-grade wound wart. So I did order 2 of those, one for a review, one for a giveaway. Before that, it was the real grade Estrella, still waiting to be given away, still waiting to choose someone from that list, actually. I've got another one that I announced that I didn't quite show yet. All in all, I've got quite a few, I think. Like I said, I did get 2 wound warts, one to review, but at this rate, I've got too many things to review, so I'm just going to give them both away. And on top of that, when I'm sorting out my collection, this one's done. But anyway, while I'm sorting out my collection, I will be going through it for things that I don't want, and I know for a fact the majority of that will be high-grade Build Divers kits. They're all right. I will keep a couple of the golden ones that I really, really love, like the GBN Guard Frame, the GBN Base Gundam. Potentially, that might be all of them. And before I do that, I will be making a top 10 best Gundam Build Divers list. If you guys want to help me out, you can write down there in the bottom which you think are the best. I think I've got it pretty much sorted in my brain, which I like the most, which I like the least. But let me know, what are your top 10 Build Divers kits? But anyway, when I am done with that, before, what I used to do with a lot of the kits that I didn't hold on to was just recycle them. Like, literally throw them into the recycling garbage. In comments and stuff before, you guys were saying that, sometimes for you it's hard to get your hands on them. You don't have the mind to get your hands on them, etc., etc. Some people would, actually like pre-built kits. I didn't know some people like to buy or get pre-built kits instead of actually building them. They don't like the building. So, what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to do a giveaway of every single one of those as well, besides the couple that I will keep and hold on for future content and stuff like that. I'm just going to give them all away to one person because, honestly, I don't want them, and I'm sure someone will get a lot of enjoyment out of them that I won't. So keep an eye out in future for that. Again, it may be a while. I'll probably get the Premium Bandai giveaways done first before I get to that, and I do want to get the last couple of high-grade Build Divers kits that are coming out. I think there's, 1, maybe 2? That is the high-grade ones, of course. When the Age 2 Magnum comes out, that is going into the Master Grade collection. Because at the end of the day, what I really am is a Master Grade collector. It is my favorite line, and it is a goal of mine, as crazy as it is, to get pretty much all of them. Like, all of them. If you've ever seen the collection tour video that DeLong did, I don't know how long ago, I'm pretty sure he has every Master Grade that exists. And it's absolutely and utterly ridiculous. If I can find the video anywhere, I'll throw the clip up right now on the screen. I'll link to whatever channel that's uploaded onto. Of course, DeLong's website is one of the best Gunpla websites out there, up with the Schizophonic blog. Both of those I will put in the description. I actually hate saying things like that in videos, that I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that, because I think 90% of the time I actually forget to do it. That I'm going to put something down there in the description, and then I never remember at all. But anyway, all those giveaways will be coming up very soon. Maybe I'll space them out like 2 weeks each or a month each or something like that. But like I said, for a lot of them, which would be the real grade Estrella, the 2 wound warts, the mystery P Bandai Master Grade, those ones you will have entered already you may or may not know that you have, though, strangely enough. But for the ones that will come up, for the high-grade Build Divers ones, I will mention the giveaway and how to enter the giveaway in the top 10 Build Divers high grades, or before the top 10 Build Divers high grades. The best thing I'd say is make sure you're subscribed so you can see in the community tab, have notifications on and all that, when and how I'm actually going to do that. I find the community tab is the easiest way for me to announce it and remember how and what I said about announcing those. So, of course, be subscribed with notifications on. Okay, so starting with the body, and speaking of different sort of changes that are going to be made to the channel and stuff like that. One of which is that background back there. I'm going to kind of just move this out from where it fits because just to show you exactly what is back there. All that thing is back there is a mounting board for like drawings and paintings and stuff like that. So it's not true black, which drives me mad. It's got a kind of a brown tone to it, so it reflects brown. So that means I have to turn the videos to a kind of blue hue to take that away with the white balance. And what that means is a lot of times things look the wrong color. Also, while I'm mentioning that, the lighting that I'm using is actually a floodlight for construction work. So a lot of this stuff needs to be changed to actual proper studio stuff to improve the quality of the videos. But because of the thing back there being a kind of weird shade of brown, not a proper black, I do get some odd comments every now and then saying a certain color is not the color I said it is, even though it is. For example, the yellows on the GBN base Gundam being green, but they're not actually green, it's just that the the white balance makes it look green when it is actually yellow. So finally, I'll be able to deal with certain little issues like that. Anyway, there's that little body. Wait, that just needs a little tail, as well as that bow right there. So next up, I'm going to go with the base because, like I mentioned before, I like things to be built up in a way that you can actually stand them up. So stick that body on there, and next I'm going to go with that pair of legs. So there we go, there is one leg done. Oh, polycap. Okay, so there we go, let's stick that on in there. So while I was actually thinking about giveaways, I was just randomly selecting people who were helping me out with choosing P-Bandai kits to review for the last ones, which again, like I mentioned, I will be announcing those fairly soon. But for the Build Divers one, I was thinking about maybe something a little bit more involved or something like that. What I had in mind, and I haven't decided to make this official yet or anything like that, was something along the lines of, if you were to use GBN or go into GBN, what Gundam would you have, how would you personalize it, and what would the avatar be like? So basically, designing a custom Gundam and custom GBN avatar, something like that. I'm not sure if that seems like a little bit too much effort or too much just for a competition, but I think it'd be pretty fun. So I thought I'd just throw it out there and see what you guys think. So if you're still watching at this point, let me know. Would you be interested in a competition along those lines? I think it would make a pretty cool video checking out everyone's entries. So let me know what you think. Anyway, there we go. Arm done. I think I've pretty much talked about everything that I was going to talk about. Yeah, that's giveaways, why videos are slightly delayed for now, potential upcoming collection tour. Again, let me know what you guys want to see in a video like that. Right after I finish with this, I'm going to have to start gutting the room that I'm going to be putting all the new furniture into probably tomorrow. So finally, I'll have a bit of an improved Mecha Gaikotsu office that will finally be worth showing. But anyway, once that is all set up and finished, I no longer have any excuses whatsoever for not getting videos done. And with the amount of things I have right now in the backlog, if I did a video a day for the next 2 weeks, I still wouldn't even get them all finished. But still, that is more than likely what I'm going to have to do. I guess that's the most difficult aspect about Gundam reviews over other toy reviews is you have to put all the time into building them before you can actually get those reviewed. So it's almost like double the time. One half building and the other half all the filming, editing and all that sort of stuff. Wait a minute, I was just about to move on to the eyes here, and are every single one of these the same? They seem to be, that's odd. I thought you'd have like left, right, up, down, in the middle, something like that, but no, they all seem to be exactly the same. But anyway, let's pop those on. The only good thing about these kind of stickers is once you put them on, they can still be moved around. There we go, perfect. They might not look the greatest, well, they could look a whole lot worse, but they're absolutely and utterly really difficult to screw up, which is a good thing. And there we go, eyes into the face. We also do have a face for the ninja mask variant, so let's throw that one together really quickly. So there we go, eyes, face, and that little ninja scarf mask. So I guess that's pretty much it. This pops on there, the front section of the hair onto that. Whoops. Then the bear nose onto that. Onto that. And then finally, complete. So finally, that is pretty much it for that quick little build and review and channel update. Of course, we've got two variants of this head. That's the one you see right here, as well as just the standard face like this without the ninja mask. And as usual with these kits, you do have the option of just a standard bear head as well. A little chair section that can be attached onto the back of most other kits. But besides that, that's pretty much it. You know what the articulation on one of these guys is already. I'm not going to mess around with that. Of course, like I mentioned, keep an eye out for those upcoming giveaways. That might be a couple of weeks from now, but hopefully sooner than that. Let me know what you guys think about that sort of design aspect, that Build Divers design competition for the giveaway. Like it, hate it, let me know. Also, let me know what you'd like to see in a collection tour style video, and as always, make sure to come back for more Gunpla reviews. Tomorrow I'll be putting the office together properly. It'll probably take me all day, so it may be from the day after tomorrow, I'll properly get back into proper reviews. So coming up very soon, of course, is the Hyakushiki Crash, as well as that absolutely epic Haro. But anyway, I'll see you next time.